The Fargo Five. We're doing Fargo Fun segment with Mike Janat, the executive director at North Dakota Archery Alliance. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
I feel like your last segment could almost be the Fargo Fun in that it got me really thinking about archery and all the exciting. It's an exciting thing, and it sounds like a lot of fun and a real passion of yours. So thank you for coming and sharing it with us. You know, how often? So Fargo Fun, kind of the restrictive part of it, and it's turned into the bottleneck of the show, is every time you have a Fargo Fun segment, you have something coming up in the next week before the next show that has a place and a time, and anybody can show up. So that's kind of been the bottleneck on the show. You're like number 72, so I've been able to keep it running, but it makes it challenging. So we got you under with this wellness market that's coming up. But the funner event, the more fun event sounds like just going to the archery down at Sand Hills,
Yeah.
right? I mean, but that doesn't, because that's open all the time. Or before we talk about the Fargo Fun event, I want to touch more about Sand Hills.
Sure.
And what access to them looks like, and yeah, tell me what you can.
So Sand Hills Archery Club it's a membership club. There's no employees. I mean, we have a board making decisions, but with your membership, you get a key fob that gets you 24/7 access to the indoor and outdoor range.
Oh, wow.
Yep. In the wintertime, the indoor range is
so there's no staff at all.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yep. And like winter season is league season, so there's events every night, archery leagues.
Oh.
Wednesday night is open shoot night, so non-members can come and pay the $20 and shoot for the evening. But yeah, otherwise it's a member club. Yeah.
And then there's classes.
Yep. And we do education classes. Yep.
And those, like you said, it's difficult for charging an 8-year-old $50 an hour. But what is the pricing structure on those?
So we'll do either $20 for a day's class, an hour and 15, or if we'll put together 4 classes over one a week for a month, and that's usually we do $50 for those. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, this is very cool. I love so I have pretty strong background in martial arts. I did Taekwondo for a long time. Many hours. I like stuff like that. I've never really even thought about it, but the way you described it as like meditation and all that stuff, it sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like something to get into. And it's good exercise, right? It's got to be good for your shoulders.
It is. Yep.
Right? Is it, I have an impingement. Is that going to stop me? Or maybe it's going to fix my impingement by actually exercising the...
man. So you're talking the aging archer and shoulder problems. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty well versed in that. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, how do you overcome that, or what do you do? I mean, what...
Just shoulder exercises, keeping them strong, keeping them loose.
And that helps. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Well, that's enough of Sand Hills. We came to talk about, it was interesting. You're like, well, I really don't know much about it. They just emailed us and we're going to show up. So tell me what you can. I'll read what you emailed me that this Saturday, February 1st, it's February already, February 1st, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., so kind of over that lunch area, at the mall.
Yep.
So the West Acres Mall, you guys are going to be doing something. There's going to be a bunch of nonprofits at booths.
28, it sounds like, yep.
28 nonprofits. Are you guys doing a demonstration, or are you just hanging out at the booth?
So it is a demonstration, and with Blue Cross Blue Shields.
And is it going to be 28 different demonstrations?
Yep, and that was part of the requirement, is we had to have a wellness activity.
Okay.
Well, for me, archery is a wellness activity.
Absolutely.
You can't look at your phone when you're shooting a bow, when it's meditative. And
yeah,
for sure.
I think definitely this is starting to feel like an episode of Joe Rogan almost, right? But I don't know if you watch him. He's a big archer guy, right?
He is, yeah.
He's into a lot of things, and maybe a controversial figure these days. So don't mean to be
but
controversial.
He's also introduced a lot of people
to archery
for
right?
sure. Yeah.
But I don't know if he talks about it, but yeah, the meditative stuff in it is definitely
for sure. Yeah.
I've never really thought of that aspect before, and I'm finding that very attractive.
It's exercise and concentration. It is, yeah.
And so you're going to be showing that wellness. So 28 demonstrations up there that everybody is doing, and they're all going to have, what do you think is going to be up there? Do you have any idea what you're...
before I came here, I was going to read that email for everybody that had examples, and I'm not. I don't know.
Well, it'll be interesting. Definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna put on a tri archery event. We're gonna have a little target at 10 feet that you can come in, and it'll be mostly youth will want to do that, but you can try your hand at shooting a bow.
Well, and it sounds like it's $15 to get in, so it's not, or it's just open in the, because I'm looking, I was able to find, it's called the Winter Wellness Market. I was able to find on fargomoorhead.org the event here. Oh no, price $0. I don't know what the $15 is for. Gosh, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head.
I saw that too. I don't know what that meant.
But, well, it says also we accept Snap EBT and match up to $15 per person, so I wonder if that's just a general. That's very, very interesting. So you're going to be up on a platform then, or are you engaging members of the audience or attendees? Or
yeah,
what?
as people walk by, we'll just say, do you want to try archery?
Yeah.
Do you want to shoot a bow? Yeah.
And that's, so the whole event is going on for 4 hours. You're there for the whole 4 hours?
Yep.
So there's going to be 28 almost, they're not demonstrators. It's almost like stations.
Yeah. That sounds like it.
Yeah. So 28 different stations where you can go and try some kind of an exercise of some. Are they all exercise related, do you suppose?
Sounds like it, yep.
Okay. Well, because you had said that aspect of the wellness is that you're not on your cell phone, which is also great. I guess all exercise gets you the heck off the screen, right?
Yeah.
It's really terrifying. Again, with my 6-year-old, I'm working with her on that. Because she loves the screens. We don't give her handheld ones, and she's like, why not? Right? And then she goes and plays her video games, and she can't keep her eyes off the screen. And it's like, that's why.
Yeah.
Another reason this archery stuff is fantastic. So tell me more about, so they're going to come up to you. It's not a booth then at all. Do you have any idea how much floor space you're taking up?
I think we get, 10 by 10 feet.
Okay.
And we don't need much, just to, put up a target for them. And we have some netting to catch arrows just in case, but close enough that they can actually hit the target and go through the motions.
Well, 10 feet is enough space. Because when I think of archery, I think you need a lot of space. 10 feet isn't that much. 10 feet would be not even that sign over there. That's not a lot of space.
Well, and our audience is going to be 6 and 8 and 12-year-old kids.
Okay,
so,
sure.
Yeah.
And then what are you giving them to shoot? Obviously not a metal, spiked tip of any kind.
No, then they're real low power bows, enough to. So National Archery in the Schools program, NASP. So that's like in the schools, it's kind of like Little League for archery. It's a program in the schools. So the bows that they use is the same bows that we use for our training classes, and anybody can shoot them. You can shoot them, or an 8-year-old could shoot them. So.
Okay.
But they're real low poundage. And
the poundage is low, but I'm sorry, did you say, what's the tip? It's a metal tip. It's going to be a metal.
They're just a blunt tip, yep.
Yeah, but it's
pointy enough to stick in a target.
Yeah. What's the target made out of? What's that?
Like a foam.
Okay.
Target,
All right.
To kind of catch the arrow, and you can pin a paper target on it with a bullseye, so that's what you're aiming at. So yeah.
This is amazing. And it does look, when I'm looking here at the very top of the website that I was able to find, it's event 2171, if that helps. It does say price $0. So literally just go to the mall Saturday.
Yes.
At 10 a.m. and you can get all kinds of exercise on.
Yep.
With the whole family.
Yep.
What am I going to do with my newborn? I suppose we're all just taking turns, though.
Yes.
Doing stations, right? Because how many people at once do you think that you can serve?
A couple.
Yeah.
And so everybody will let them shoot 3 arrows, and then next one. And
and how many targets will you have set up? Yeah.
Probably just 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have a couple, of our youth team members, helping with that. Yeah.
I'm famous for not attending any of the events that I promote, because I've got the young family. Yeah. So we can't leave the house. If we do leave the house, it's going to the Y. All right. That's because they got dropping and stuff. we don't.
Well, I remember I have 3 boys, and when I was even younger than you, to get out of the house in the winter, we would go to the mall and walk around.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And the other parents have suggested that to us. So I think this one might be one we actually attend. So in producing the show, I watch it back. I'm the show's biggest fan because I watch every episode. All right. And then I actually pick up details because while we're doing this, I can't hear you. I'm thinking about how to run the show.
Sure.
I can't wait. And my wife watches it with me. So she will be the determination. So honey, you're watching this, you're listening. You let us know if we're going. I can't wait to hear what she says.
Yeah, we'll be looking for you.
This will be fun. Anything else you want to say about the event, or we're going to jump into the next segment?
Well, I hope they can come and learn a little bit more about archery and see if it's an activity that they would like to get involved in.
Yes, sounds very cool. Again, that's this Saturday, February 1st from 10 to 2 in the mall. Go to the mall, go to the food court, have something to eat, and then go get some exercise.
Absolutely.
We are going to jump out when we come back. Fargo Fresh, don't go nowhere.